Hi, today we'll use an AI agent to design and deploy ready-to-use an employee portal. So a web application where we manage our employee directory, where our employees can submit their purchase requests. We have an approval system, the same for time off requests. We manage our knowledge base, we track employees training sessions and many other features. And the app will be created starting from a text description of the application. We will use AppifyText.ai. We'll start in a minute. Let me introduce myself. I'm Eugenio Tacchini. I teach data science and databases in college, and beyond academia, I've been developing for over 20 years no-code platforms. I'm the founder of Dadabik and AppifyText.ai, which is the AI agent we will use today. So if you want to follow me, just visit AppifyText.ai with your web browser. You don't need to install or download anything. Just visit AppifyText.ai and register to the system. Registration is very fast. You just need an email and a password. It's free. It takes literally a few seconds. I'm already registered, so if you want to follow me, pause the video and complete the registration, and then log in with the email and password you have used. I'm already logged in, so I'll go back to the homepage of AppifyText.ai, and as you can see, we have a big form where we can describe the application we want to build in English or in other supported language. I already have a prompt, a description that I will paste here and discuss it before starting the creation. So, name of your app, let's say employee portal, and here is my description. So, create a modern employee portal. The portal should include a centralized knowledge base for documents and policies, a time-off request system, purchase request management, employee training tracking, a section for company news and announcements. And also we specify the user roles. So who will use the application? Employees and managers. Of course, they will have different roles and different permissions. Each employee and manager belongs to a department. Create this app. Let's wait a few seconds, and we will see our app ready to use. Obviously, this is just an example. You can use AppifyText.ai for many other different applications. It is very good for typical internal tools. So, for example, we used it for CRMs, inventory management systems, in this case an employee portal, but also for more personal applications. But I see the application is now ready, so I stop talking and I just click on open my app. Here we go. So we have a dashboard with the time off request by status and the employees by departments. Okay, let's see employees. As you can see, we have already some data. Obviously, fake data. We have our employees belonging to a department. We have our managers. These people are also users of the application. We have, let me see, employees. For each employee, we can see the time off requests, the purchase request with their status, and the training sessions. Okay. For time off requests, We also have a calendar view. Okay, and we have a section with the company news. Very good, very good. This is a web application. You can use it just by using a web browser. It works fine also on mobile devices. It is multi-users. You have many languages available, and it offers the typical CRUD operation, so you can manage your data, create, update, delete, search, and we have also inline edit, so we can update content directly from the grid. We can generate charts, pivot table, and many other features. What I normally do is I try to use the application, take notes of the improvements we need, and then I customize the application according to our needs, because this is you can customize the application so differently from a pre-packaged app. Of course, employee portal applications exist, prepackaged applications exist, but obviously if you can create your own application, it certainly fit your specific needs, the needs of your organization. Let's say that, for example, we want to add a purchase request, so we'll see the whole workflow. Okay, so create new. Here we select the employee. Let's say the employee is Alice. We'll talk about that later. Item, for example, laptop, amount 900, and request date is today. Okay, and status pending. Okay, so there are a few things we should probably fix here. The first thing is that the status, if I am the employee who is submitting the request, I shouldn't see the status, at least in the creation form, because for sure the status is will be pending, right? So, well, we need to fix that. The request date also could be automatically populated, right? Because it should be the current date. And here we are choosing the employee. We can improve this, adding other values, like not only the first name but also the last name. It is also possible to automatically assign to the request the username of the current user to make things faster, and to avoid that an employee submit a request for another one. We'll work on most of these things in a minute. So first, let's try to save here and see. Okay, the purchase request has been added and probably is now under. It has been added here because it's part of the purchase request of this employee. All right, now let's go back to our form and let's start working on the improvement. So how can we customize the application? We have a few different methods. We will explore basically one of them, which is using AI. So basically from here, you will describe, as we did before, in English or in another supported language, the change, the improvement we want to implement, and in a few seconds the AppifyText will implement the improvement for us. So let's start with the first one. I type on a text document the prompts I will use, pause the video, and paste the prompt here to save time. Okay, so this is my prompt. In purchase request, the request date must be automatically populated on creation. That's the first improvement. Also, that's also a new field I want to add. Also add a justification field. So there the employee should justify why she needs a laptop a new laptop in our example. Okay, so enter and let's wait a few seconds. Okay, here you will see the summary of what AppifyText did basically, and instructions about how to obtain the same thing, let's say manually using the app editor. We will discuss that. Later. So we have now a justification field, and as you can see, the request date disappeared. Why? Because it's automatic. So let's try again. Alice, well, another laptop, amount 800, pending. I really need it. Okay, and as you can see, the request date is has been automatically populated. So now, next thing, later we will work on status as well, but I want to show you something related to permissions. So basically, let me tell you something about users. When you create an AppifyText application, by default, a user root is always created. The root user belongs to the admin group, and basically this user can do everything, including accessing the advanced app editor. Okay. In addition to that, other users can be created. In our cases, 5 employees and 5 managers have been created. For all these users, the password is Appify, and obviously before including root. So obviously before releasing in production your application, you must change the passwords or delete the users you don't or delete the users you don't need. Okay, let me show you something. So for example, let's log in as Alice. Okay, log out, Alice. All right, purchase requests. Well, as you can see, I see here all the requests, even requests by other employees, which is not correct, right? We can fix this. We can ask again through a prompt to set a row permission. Okay, something like each employee can only view requests assigned to their employee ID. So each request has an employee ID, as you probably remember. So I expect to see only 3. Correct. So a row level permission has been set. So now, since I'm logged in as Alice J, I only see 3 purchase requests. Very good. Now let me do something else. Another row level permission rule, but this case a little bit more complex, I would say. This time I want to log in as a manager. So Frank M is a manager, and is a manager. Frank M, HR department. Okay, all right. Frank M, log out. Frank M, Appify. Okay. The rule we set before was for employees, so managers can see everything. This could be, correct for us, but especially if we are a big company, maybe we want to add a department rule. So, for example, we can say that managers can only see requests related to their departments. Something like this. Each manager can only view purchase requests assigned to an employee belonging to their department. Okay, let's see how many. Okay, only 3. Let's see if it makes sense. So was Alice HR as well? I don't remember, honestly. Yes, Alice was the only employee in the HR department, so it works. Okay, now let me go back and log in as root again. Next thing I want to do is the following. In purchase request, I want to show you a different feature, conditional fields. Sometimes you want to show a field only in certain conditions, right? So for example, we may want to show justification only, let's go back and create new, only if the amount is over a certain value. Okay, so this is my prompt. Show the justification field only when the request amount, the amount, let's say, because that's the name of the field, exceeds 100. Okay, doesn't seem to work. Let me try to understand why. The request isn't supported through AI prompts. Sometimes you need to be more specific. Try some variations of the prompt to get what you need. For example, here we may change exceeds with greater than, which is more more mathematical description of the rule. Purchase requests. Well, let's try just with this and see. I'm thinking about. Well, that was enough. Okay. So amount, as you can see now, justification is hidden. So if I write something like 99 or even 100, still hidden, but 200 it appears. Okay, so it's working basically. Okay. Now let's continue with this approval system because we have a status. Managers can change the status. We still have to work on permissions on that, but we can change the status. But maybe we want to add buttons to approve and reject a request, which is more user friendly, more it's faster. So I will introduce custom buttons. You can use you can ask to build status change buttons directly using a prompt. How? Once again, this is the example. Okay. Create an approve button in purchase requests. It changes status from pending to approved. Okay. Here we go. We have an approve button because the status is pending. Otherwise, will not be displayed. Let's try with other. This is also pending. Well, this is already approved, so the button does not appear. Okay, let's try it. Approve. Here we go. Now it's approved. And we can do exactly the same for the reject button. So in this case, it changes the status from pending to rejected. Okay. Okay. Approve, reject. Okay. And it works. All right. These were custom buttons. Now, obviously, time of requests are very similar. In this case, we have, again, an employee, start date, end date, request date, status, and reason. We should do probably exactly the same thing we did for purchase requests in terms of permissions and so on and so forth. I think that when I created the row level permissions for employees, I used in a prompt the word, just the word request and not purchase request. So probably a row level permission rule has been added for time of requests as well. But for all the other improvements, those improvements were related just to purchase requests. So we should replicate it here, or write a more general prompt. Let me also add an additional automation example. When a purchase request is created, send an email to manager@example.com. And that's something that you can also do using AI. And that's done. Please note that emails will be sent only after the application is published. So we are in a sort of demo environment, so emails are not sent. They will be sent only when you publish the application. Okay. All right. I think it's time to show you something about the advanced app editor. Okay. So I click here. So this is an area that you can access only if you are logged in as an admin user. And from here, you can do many things more than what you can do using AI. For example, how about permissions? Here we can, let's move to purchase request, employees. Okay, so I'm setting the permissions for purchase request, and in particular for the group, user group employees. So here I'm saying, I know it looks complex, but it's not. I'm setting what employees can do on purchase requests. They can read, they can delete, they can edit, create details, export to CSV. We can choose that. For example, maybe I would set edit no. This also remove the change status buttons for employees. That makes sense, right? What else? So this is table. These are table level permissions. Row level permission have been set by AI before with our prompt. And here we have field level permissions. So here for each specific field, you can choose the operation, the permissions related to employees. So, for example, one thing we can do is we can remove the status field. Do you remember the status field? We said we have to work on that. We may want to remove the status field from the creation form. And for the edit form, for employees, we may keep it, but disabled. Okay? And we can adjust the permissions for the managers as well. But for the moment, let's do it just for employees. Another area I want to show you, well, there is the layout area. Here you can change a lot of things related to the layout, like the logo, the theme, the font, and so on and so forth. You can add your own custom CSS. Maybe we'll discuss this later. But what I want to show you now is the form configurator. Here, for each form field, you can configure some parameters. So, for example, here we are in the purchase request form. Let's configure status. And for status, well, here, as you can see, you have many characteristics, many parameters of this field. Only thing I want to add here is a default value. So by default, status is pending. Okay. So if it's pending, save. When we add, we can try that. When we add, let's log out and log in as Alice. Purchase request, create new employee Alice, item, another laptop, the third one, amount 800. Here we go. It's pending, automatically set to pending as requested. All right. Please note that well, now we cannot, since we are logged in as Alice, we cannot edit anymore the purchase request. Do you remember we set edit permission? We set to no. Let me go back and log in as root, and I want to show you something. I just want to show you that some of the form configurations, you can set them even using AI. So for example, let me show you something here. In purchase request, make the amount field shorter and add a relevant tooltip. Okay. Okay, it's shorter, and there is a tooltip as requested. All right. Let's move to knowledge base. Knowledge base title, content, category, and last updated. So last updated seems to be manual. We could make automatic, but the first thing I would improve is the fact that it seems a file, an upload element is missing here. So we have a title, content, but I would like to upload, for example, a PDF. Okay, so let's do it. Add to knowledge base file field. Let's say upload maybe is enough to understand what we want. Okay, and now we can upload a PDF, for example. And the other thing is that category is a text box. I don't like it. I would like a drop-down menu with predefined options, and well, we can do that in knowledge base. Category must be a drop down menu with options, policies, IT, HR, finance. Okay, I just want to use the same value we already have in the examples. Okay, very good. Okay, let's move to I would say to training session. So basically we have here we register training session for each employee. So we have a training name, a date, a status, and created by. This is not very useful. We'll probably delete this field. Okay, let me see something here. Employees, Alice. Okay, so I see that for sure the number of hours for training sessions is missing. So yeah, we can just write this, add to training sessions field, number of hours. Okay, number of hours. So just to try, let's say this is 10, and then now let me add another training session because I want to show you something related to that. But first I'll remove that created by field, because it's a particular field that has been added that can create some issues. Training sessions created by, I delete this field and I'll come back to the application. Okay, employees, Alice, new item, training name Python, today completed 5 hours, and save. Okay, very good. Now what I want to do, I want to add to the employees a field that is kind of redundant, but it allows me to show you the formula field feature. So basically here I would add a total number of hours that is automatically calculated according to the sum of the training session, sum of the hours of the related training session. All right, and this is my prompt. I also, well, first I add the field, add to employees the field's total training hours, and also I thought to add another field, required training hours per year. This will be used for some statistics, let's say. Okay, so first we add the fields. Okay, total training hours and required training hours per year. But now this field is a manual field, so we should type the total training hours manually and update it every time. But we want a formula field for this. So this is my prompt. It's pretty long this time. Set total training hours as a formula field, calculated as the sum of the hours. I was very specific because otherwise sometimes the the AI does not get what I want. The sum of the hours of the related training sessions. and I wrote, it's already a subform of employees. Okay, what is a subform? This is a subform. We have a form, a subform. It's important the fact that training session is in a subform relationship with employees, because that's the only way AppifyText can use formula fields in the way we want to use it. So basically aggregating, summing together only the training sessions related to each specific employee. Okay, let's see. Okay, the total training hours for Alice is 15, right? 10 plus 5. Please always test what you get, and if you don't get what you want, try to if things don't work, try to resubmit your prompt, maybe changing it a little bit, try to be more specific. It can happen. It's currently quite rare, but it could happen for the examples we have seen so far, that in some cases, rare cases, even if you get the confirmation message and everything seems okay, then the implementation has not been done or not the way you wanted. So please double check if everything works as expected. And for many of the things, the exact page, the exact session in the advanced app editor, because here you have a link to the advanced app editor, the exact page in most of the cases. So you may also check from there if settings are correct. One thing I want to tell you is that here we see 15, but the value is stored in our database only when we click save. Okay, this is something that can happen because I waited too much. Let's try with another one. Okay, Bob, number of hours, let's say 7. Okay, now total is 7, but we have to save on employees, otherwise we don't get it stored. In fact, the other ones are still 0, well, also because the training sessions are set to 0. But anyway, I will leave a link to the chapter of the manual related to formula fields, because to use them correctly you need to know a few additional things, but I don't want to go through the details during this video. Okay, let's move to something else now. Let me introduce views now. What is a view? Simplifying a little bit, we can think about a view as a virtual table based on one or more real tables. So for example, let's say that you want a filtered version of employees. You want to see only employees having a total training hours over 10, for example. Obviously you can search for that. We have advanced search here, and you can do something like this and get your result. That, by the way, is 0 employees, because no one has more than 10 hours. But maybe you need that filter version always available in your menu, and in those cases you can create a view. For example, let me do something like this. Create a view, employees having a total of training hours completed in the current year under the required hours per year. Okay? We want to keep an eye on employees having the total training hours completed under the requirements. Here we have the view created, and basically probably everybody is under this threshold. Let's see, just with an example, we should make more tests, but just a simple example. For example, let's say that Alice required training hours 20. Alice. First we have to save before we didn't probably. So it's 15 completed 2026, and we said that required is 20. So maybe I can just change this to 30, and now Alice should meet the requirements, and in fact she's not here anymore. Okay, that's a view. Another example, create a view overdue requests. Purchase request created more than 7 days ago and still pending. Maybe I'll add the starting prompt and all these improvement prompts in the description of the video, so you can just copy and paste, and well, obviously you can also change them. So overdue requests, no items found. Again, even in this case, we make a test. So for example, this request, let's say that not today, but March the 4th, and now it's here. Okay. I also want to show you how to customize the dashboard. Currently the dashboard has 2 charts, and I want to add 2 additional elements. Add to the dashboard. 1, a chart, total number of training per employee, of training sessions, let's say. Sorry, sessions. And 2, just a simple number, total number of employees. Okay? We should see these 2 elements here. Okay, very good. And here you also have the SQL code used to get this data that you can check. So for each employee we have the number of training sessions and the total number of employees. Obviously these charts are updated automatically when something changes in your database. Okay, so every time you reload the dashboard page, the dashboard gets the data, the current version of the data. Let me show something related to, for example, well, we move to graphic customization now. Let me try a very generic prompt about changing the layout of forms. Make the design of the forms more modern. So very generic. Let's see what happens. So what is happening is that AppifyText will add some CSS code to restyle the form. Obviously, we can be more specific, but with a very generic prompt, this is what we get. I don't know if you like it, but as you can see, the form has changed, right? Let's try a more specific prompt. Total training hour. In the results grid, this is the results grid of employees. Highlight in pale red the total training hours column. Here we go. Okay, this was way more specific. I see the changes in form layout also impacted on these buttons. So, well, if this is what you wanted, that's fine. Otherwise, you have to, use another prompt and modify the style again. Now, one of the very last thing I want to tell you is related to public pages. So the idea is to take company news, which is a list of news items, and make this public. So when people access to this internal tool, even if they are not logged in, they will see this news, but formatted in a different way. So not as a table, but more blog style, let's say. So what we can do is the following. First, we create a view strictly based on the table company news. So first we create this view because we want to keep company news here, and the company news view will treat it in a different way. Okay? How? Well, we can say something like this. For company news view, apply a nice view template. A template, or more specifically HTML template, allows you to change the way data is presented. And we say blog style, but you can be more specific, obviously. But let's see what happens. And here we go. As you can see, we have a totally different layout for this news. And this will be, I will make this page public in a moment. Okay? I will tell you everything in a moment. Before continuing, let me tell you something about publishing the app. So, well, when you create an application on AppifyText, the application is hosted, temporarily hosted for free on AppifyText.ai for a limited period, 2 weeks, and with some features locked, let's say, limited. If you want to continue using your application, you have to export the application from here and import it in your server, your laptop, your space on that you have at your hosting provider, your cloud, wherever you want. But you need to do that, you need Dadabik. Dadabik is a no-code platform that is, if you want, the engine that is running this application. So the process is you install Dadabik where you want to run this application. You install Dadabik there, and you export the application from here and import it there. This way you can continue using the application self-hosted. You can add your own domain if you want, And you can also, if you need, add your own PHP and JavaScript code. If you click publish this app, you will see the various options you have for that. Okay. Now, the very last thing was the public phase. So the easiest way to do that is I'm going to add a new group here. I call it that's a user group, public group, and a user that is a member of the public group, and I call it, I don't know, as Tom, for example. Main group, public. Password, okay, a password. Force password change, no. Enable two-factor authentication, no. That's just a demo, so it's fine. Okay. Now, advanced app editor. Permissions, public access. The public user should act as Tom. Okay, we are saying that if we access this application without logging in, the application the system should consider we are Tom, and we can change permissions according to that. We have also a few other settings. We can hide the left menu, hide the top bar, and hide advanced feature, for example, and save. Okay. All right. Now let me try to view, and then, oh no, I have two permissions. So the group public at the moment has 0 permissions, right? Because it's a new group, so it's no for every table basically. But we can, for company news view, that is the view we created, we can add the read permission and also read permission for results permission for title, content, publish date, and author, and save. View, log out, and here we go. So I'm logged out, but I see this page. Well, obviously I can also make things nicer. Well, this part will disappear when you'll export your application. You can hide this part. You can add subtitle, something to make the page nicer. But I just wanted here to show you how easy it is to make part of the application public. Okay. Well, and yeah, I think that's it. Obviously, we could improve even more the application. For example, one thing we didn't discuss is payroll management. Maybe we could add that feature as well. But as you can see, we have created a decent, pretty good application in a very limited amount of time. So that's it for today, and I see you next time. Ciao!